Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from the rainy Carolinas. Today's topic is going to be, it's the drama the narcissist needs. Think about that for a minute. Everyone, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So, drama, this is something that surrounds the narcissist. It always has, and it always will. The narcissist needs drama in their life. They need to control people, control relationships, to drive wedges between people and anything that matters to them. They need to act like A, B, and C and do X, Y, and Z. The narcissistic relationship, it's unlike anything you've ever experienced. And the reason why that is because the narcissist never gives people an opportunity to be on balance, to be level. They never allow you to do that. If things are going too well in the narcissistic relationship, you can bet your bottom dollar that there is going to be something coming your way, some non-goodness, a rage fit perhaps, or being blamed for something you did or didn't do. And that is drama. That's what the narcissist thrives on. They thrive on having little bubbles, little groups of people hidden and kept away from each other. That's why so frequently when you were in the relationship, you would encounter certain people that the narcissist was talking to or spending time with, and you didn't know these people. And they were alleged high school friends or people from college or an old neighbor or someone they knew of 30 years ago. These people may or may not have actually known the narcissist. We will never know. What we do know is the narcissist wasn't with you during those periods of time. And that is all on purpose. Remember, the narcissist, they will give you what you are looking for until you get a little bit too comfortable. And when you get what you're looking for, let's say it's time. Say you want to spend time with the narcissist. Okay, well, they're going to give you what they think is enough to keep you hooked into them. And right when you're getting comfortable, they will pull back and they will ghost you for a weekend or not reply to your text or your phone call or your email. Or they will make plans with you and not follow through with the plans, which is something almost every narcissist does that. Example, let's say it's your birthday and you are looking forward to going to a certain location for your birthday dinner. And let's say that it's going to be just you and the narcissist, or maybe there's going to be a whole bunch of people there, who knows, but this is going to be your dinner. Well, the narcissist knows this. So many times what they will do is they will have an intentional argument before you go to the dinner, because remember, that's your evening, or they will throw a monkey wrench in it at the dinner and not pay attention to you or not celebrate the way they should be, or perhaps flirting or triangulating you with somebody else there. Or if the dinner goes well and they don't throw the intentional argument before the dinner, well, you can pretty much assure that when you get home that night, something will happen. They will be blaming you for not talking to them. They will be blaming you for not being closer to them. They will be blaming you for the words that you did say or didn't say, or the look you gave someone, or what the plans you made to do business with somebody. They will look for anything. They will nitpick and they will look for drama and they will look to create drama. So then what happens next year during your birthday? Well, you're thinking now about this past birthday and you're thinking, what should we do? The last birthday was blown up, and actually the more I think about it, all my previous birthdays were blown up since I met this person. Do I really want to celebrate? That's a question for you to decide. These are just examples of how the narcissist needs drama. They need to inflict as much confusion on people as possible. Same thing in the workplace, same thing with your mom, your dad, your aunt, uncle, brother, sister, romantic interest, neighbor. It's all about the drama. Let's take the narcissistic neighbor for a moment. You two have properties that are touching, they're adjoined, and there's a property line there. Well, many times the narcissist, let's say there are trees. The narcissist will overgrow their trees to have it hanging over your property. And so you have to clean up the tree and the leaves and all those kind of things, when all the narcissist really needed to do was chop down some branches to make your life easier. That's what a good neighbor would do. That's not what the narcissist does. What the narcissist does is they say, okay, well, my house maybe looks a certain way and your house looks impeccable, but that one tree that's overhanging in the background, that one tree, I'm just going to let it sit there, and I'm going to let you knock on my door multiple times and say to me, hey, can you fix the tree? Can you cut the branches? Can we do something about this? And that's giving the narcissist supply. And that is creating drama. It's creating a rift between you and your neighbor now. And let's say you've been living in that location for many years, and the narcissist is going nowhere, and neither are you, because you love the house, but now every time you walk out of the front door, you have to think about, is the narcissist looking at you? Are they spying on you? Are they going to cut that tree down, etc.? This is what happens. The narcissist needs drama. Same thing let's say you're going to fly on an airplane, you're waiting in line, and who's in front of you? Well, I'll tell you who's in front of you. Who's in front of you is a person who doesn't want to wait in line. And what are they doing? They're creating drama in the line, complaining why they have to wait so long, that their plane is going to be late, or that their grandkids miss them, or that someone's waiting for them in a different city, etc. All of these things, there's nothing they can do about. What the right thing to do there is just wait in line like everybody else and deal with it. That's what we do. But that's not what the narcissist does. They will be creating drama, so perhaps they get special treatment or they get upgraded to first class, etc. This is all by design. Now let's take that example for a moment. If the narcissist actually was rewarded for their poor behavior, and I hear this frequently, unfortunately, well then what are they doing? Now they're sitting in the first class, laughing to themselves, getting free drinks and free food, and they're being waited on hand and foot, when in fact all they did was throw a rage fit or a drama scene in the airport, so the people that were attending them could pacify the narcissist. And who wins there? Actually, the narcissist wins, because they're getting treated better than everybody else by their poor behavior. You may want to play that part again. This happens each and every day all over the planet. Same thing in a restaurant. The narcissist was having dinner with you in the restaurant. And what did the narcissist do? Well, maybe they had the best dinner of their entire life. But what would they do at times? They would claim that the food was a little bit overcooked or undercooked, and they want a discount on their meal, or they want a free meal, or they want free dessert, or they're going to write a bad review if they don't get special treatment and talk to the maitre d' or the owner. Again, think about this. Who would do this? Your average, healthy, stable human being would politely, during the meal, maybe even after the first bite, say, hey, I think this is a little overcooked. Could I send it back and, maybe get a new dish? That's what a healthy person would do. Not the narcissist. They're going to finish almost every last bite and throw a rage fit right in the middle of the restaurant, or make a scene, if you will. And what happens there? Well, now they are the center of attention, the focus of attention in that restaurant. And the wait staff or the owner, maitre d', whoever you will, they're going to do whatever they can to calm that person down and to take care of them, and hopefully never invite them or have them back in the restaurant again. But all of the other people's dinners that were surrounding the narcissist and yours have now been disrupted. And all the energy and the attention now goes off of whatever those people were talking about onto the person you're sitting across the dinner table with, i.e. the narcissist. It's drama. It's the drama the narcissist needs. They need it everywhere. Think about the holidays. Well, let's say that you've moved halfway around the world to get away from the narcissist. Let's say it's your mom or dad. And you move strategically because you don't want to be around them. You love them from afar, but you're not in communication with them any longer. Maybe even you went no contact and blocked them. Point being is, it's the holidays, so what's going to happen there? You're going to get a holiday hoover, or you're going to get somebody, maybe one of your brothers or sisters, or maybe even the narcissist, your parent themselves, sending you an email or trying to call you from a different number, saying, hey, it's been a long time, I've been thinking about you, and the holidays are coming in, and maybe you could come up this year, because I know you missed the get-together last year. And then you took the call and you talked to them because they caught you by surprise, they caught you off guard. And then you thought to yourself, wait a minute, I didn't go last year, but I went 2 years ago, and it wasn't fun. I spent a lot of time, money. I was completely ignored at the dinner table. I was being berated for my job and for my spouse and for my health and everything. And I don't want to go. But you think, should I go? Now, when that conversation hangs up, let's say it's your mom or dad, they hang up the phone with you, or you hang up with them. Well, first of all, you just got zapped by the energy vampire. Second of all, you shouldn't go. Third of all, you're thinking about going. But now, fourth of all, what happens? You're going back in time and you're reliving all the drama that the narcissist inflicted upon you. This is all by design. The narcissist needs drama. It's the drama from everyday life to the mundane. This is what fulfills the narcissist. Let's say you got married to the narcissist. Well, let's say that the wedding took 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, or 12 months to plan. What do you think the time period before the wedding was for the narcissist? It was a time to be on the spotlight, the centerpiece, if you will, to get supply for planning for the wedding, for inviting certain people to the wedding and excluding certain people as well. That's both ways of supply for the narcissist. But also they get to pepper or berate the people that will be providing services for the wedding, i.e. the caterer or the priest or the person who's going to perform the ceremony, or the person who plans, the wedding planner and the reception and the photographer and the person who gets the dress, etc. All these things. This is how the narcissist goes around the world, looking for drama, looking for confusion, looking for chaos, looking to pull one over on other unsuspecting people. Before you knew what narcissism was, you probably just thought, if you saw somebody maybe having an outburst, you probably thought, wow, they're really having a bad day. I'm glad, I hope they pull it together and they get through it. What you didn't know back then was that, yeah, those people may have been having a bad day. Also, they may have easily been a narcissist, and they are skilled at their development of their tools, and they are administering a rage fit to get attention and supply, but also to get whatever they want. Remember that the narcissist is a petulant child. They are trapped in the childlike mind in an adult body, and they have never developed properly. So the way they get what they want usually is through drama, complaining, causing scenes, rage fits, doing whatever they need to do, but not acting properly. Now, again, does the narcissist act like a civil individual? Many times, of course they do. They blend in just like you do or I do. The narcissist is everywhere. It's not like they walk around all day long throwing rage fits. That's not what happens. What happens with the narcissist is they go through life and then they get what they want, or there will be periods of time when they don't get what they want and they can't handle that. They can't handle the truth. So what do? It bubbles up, and then usually their spouse or their intimate partner or their child or someone who is living with them usually is the person who gets all of the punishment for what the narcissist did or did not get during the day or during the last couple days. This is how the cycle goes around and around. It's the people that are closest to the narcissist, whether it's in the workplace, in the family settings, romantic relationships, friendships. These people usually get the most peppering of abuse. And it's the drama the narcissist needs. Let's take the friends for an example. You've had a group of friends, maybe for 5, 10, 30 years, and everyone gets along. Everyone gets along swimmingly. But there's one person, maybe even a couple people, but let's say there's one person who, when they're there, yeah, they're welcome. They're part of the group because they were part of the group when the group originated. Maybe you guys got together back in high school and you became friends over all the years. But now, when that person's name comes up, number one, it comes up a little too often. Number two, there's always drama surrounding them. And number three, you get tired of it. You're like, why are we always focusing on this person? Why do we have to adjust our behavior around this person? Why do we have to accommodate this person? Why is this person always late? Why are they always talking about themselves? Why are they always having issues at work or in the gym they work at or on the freeway? Or this is what encompasses the narcissist. Their whole life is nothing but confusion, manipulation, chaos, and poor temperament. Think about this: when you first met the narcissist, what did they do? They probably told you that their former romantic relationships, if it was a romantic relationship that you were in, they probably told you a lot about those people in the past and that it was all their fault, and that the narcissist, when you didn't know they were a narcissist, was the victim. Well, this is all drama. Example, they may have told you, yes, my last husband or wife, they weren't treating me properly, and they did A, B, and C, and it was just, I couldn't deal with it. It was just, and then you say, oh, really? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. And then, have you dated anybody since you got divorced? Well, yeah, I dated a few people, and those people also, they had A, B, and C, and they weren't treating me properly, and they weren't spending money on me. When you hear things like that, there's one common denominator, one, and it's the narcissist. That is a huge red flag. That's why when you met the narcissist, you most likely believed their story or stories of the past, because they had fine-tuned and crafted these stories. The stories were meant to draw you in. The stories were meant to get you close to the narcissist. The stories were meant to maybe even have you fall in love with the narcissist. The stories were meant to have you supply assets or time or money or empathy or love or energy for the narcissist. This is how the cycle goes around and around. It's completely drama. Before you met the narcissist, think about this. Your former relationships, whatever they were, friendships, family, romantic, business, colleagues, whatever. Think about how many of those had drama around them. Maybe some of them, perhaps a couple, maybe none. But then lo and behold, you met the narcissist, and what happened? Well, your very tranquil and serene world was turned upside down. It was now filled with drama because you had inserted the narcissist in your life. And this is when people get trapped. This is when people get manipulated, because all of a sudden they're on the roller coaster of emotions. They're in the deep end of the abuse in the narcissistic abusive cycle. And they think that they just found the best relationship on the planet. Little did they know that that relationship by design is meant to hook you. It's meant to get you trapped in the narcissistic relationship and to have you become devalued after that love bomb / euphoric stage ends. And the love bomb / euphoric stage always ends, as does each and every narcissistic relationship. They all have an expiration date. It's simply a matter of time of when you get discarded or when you end it yourself. But one way or the other, the relationship will end. The third version you could say is if you're trapped in the narcissistic fog and you've been in the relationship for 30, 40, 50 years and you just don't think there's anything better out there. You're so beaten down, you have lost your identity. You are a shell of yourself and you're living in the zombie-like, trance-like state. That is the narcissistic fog. But going back to when you met the narcissist, they probably came at you with a song and a dance, and they probably came at you telling you a whole bunch of untruths or partial truths from their past. Because what they do is they will give you little hints or little nuggets of things that may have been true or may not, and you never really know. If you want the truth, you never really know what the narcissist's past is, but what you do know now is most of it was made up, most of it was fake, and they paint themselves as the victim when in fact most of their former relationships, those people were the victims. Not always, but most times they were. But some of those people aren't. Some of those people are 6 feet, some of those other people have moved away, some of those other people have found love, some of those other people are healing. But the one constant, again, is the narcissist. And it's the narcissist, it's the drama the narcissist needs. They need it all of the time. They need to have people fawning over them, people checking their social media, people looking and seeing what they're doing. This is how the narcissist goes through life. Drama. Think about it. Think about the intentional argument that I shared with you earlier. Who in their right mind would throw an intentional argument? You probably never even heard of that term before in your life. And again, just to remind you what it is when things are going too well in any narcissistic relationship, they're just going a little too well. That's when the narcissist senses this and they need to throw drama into it because they don't want you being happy. They need to control you, control your emotions and what you do and who you spend your time with. So they will throw an intentional argument. They will bring up something from 5, 10, 20 years ago when you left the fork on the dinner table after Thanksgiving, but you cleaned up the whole house. You just left one fork there, and they'll bring that up, and you're like, what are you talking about? That was 20 years ago, and well, who cares? Well, next thing you know, they sucked you back in, and here we go. You're now engaging with the narcissist, feeding the drama, feeding the endless craving for your supply. This is how the cycle goes around and around. It's not until you go no contact, you block these people, you remove them, delete them, and remove all flying monkeys and people associated with them and begin healing and reach that pinnacle of indifference, the mountaintop of indifference. But that takes time. And my suggestion, my hope is that you have either reached the pinnacle of indifference or you will soon, because you do not need drama in your life. That is the last thing you need from a narcissist. You don't need any narcissist in your life. You've now taken the lifelong learning lessons and applied the tools, and you now know that you are the priority. You come first, second, and third. This is the path. Think about how slower your life is, narcissistic free, and how much time you have for yourself, and all the things you can do, and you are doing, and you will do, and all of the tranquility and the serenity and the calmness and the abundance that is all right there at your footsteps. It's right there at your front door, because you don't have to open your front door and wonder who's going to be in the house. Will it be Dr. Jekyll or will it be Mr. Hyde? Am I going to get a rage fit thrown on me for paying the phone bill one day late? Am I going to be blamed for overcooking the eggs that I cooked in the morning? Am I going to be blamed for what haircut I have or the clothes I wear? Am I going to be triangulated with the next door neighbor? All of these things, they're all drama and they're all on purpose by the narcissist. But when you were in the relationship, you didn't know what you're up against. Now you do, and now you're either creating and developing and executing an exit plan, or you've already been removed or you removed yourself from the relationship and you're healing. That is what we must do. We must understand that these people will continue to create drama, confusion, chaos, and manipulation. That's not what you do. What you need to do is be abundant, get out, experience the life, experience the world, do the best you can, and save your energy for yourself and those loved and trusted ones around you. We don't need drama. We've been through it. We now took the lessons and we now apply them to our present day life. Everyone, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the beautiful Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great afternoon, evening, or morning, no matter where you are on the planet. You are not alone. Remember that. You are not alone. God bless you all. I love you, and I will talk to you tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed the video. I loved it. And get outside, move your body if you can. All right, you guys. Bye. I love you guys.